The following segment is sponsored by Northwest Honda Dealers.
Certainly middle school can be a tough transition for kids, and it's not unheard of to encounter or witness schoolyard fights. We know physical violence can have a lasting effect on kids involved, but now we're just learning how damaging it can be to a bystander. In tonight's Kind is Better, a study shows the impact on mental health is just as detrimental as being directly bullied. When it comes to schoolyard fights, what kids witness at the age of 13 can affect how they act in school years down the road. This is according to a study released by the University of Montreal. Family therapist Rebecca Francisconi wasn't a part of the study, but she sees the link.
So the neuroscience shows that there can be a deep impact, that when there's an emotion tied to a memory, it comes together and can impact and change the way that people see a trauma, if it's post-traumatic stress disorder, how they respond thereafter.
Researchers studied nearly 4,000 kids, and what they found was startling. If kids watch a physical fight in 8th grade at school as a bystander, it led to changes in behavior issues once the student is a sophomore in 10th grade.
Behaviorally, you can see more signs of depression, of anxiety, poor school attendance, or difficulty concentrating in class, and their grades can slip. So those are some of the early warning signs that there might be a struggle going on.
Up until now, the concern has only centered around those involved in the violence. But for the first time, researchers examined the impact on surrounding peers.
We can't assume anymore that things are going to be okay. I think it's important to really have a place to say, hey, if this were me, that would really hurt, or I'd be really scared. How are you doing?
Francisconi says it's critical to talk to your teen if they watch a fight. And if they don't feel comfortable talking to a teacher or parent, it may be worth looking into a counselor.
And it's so important then at that moment to get treatment for people so that they aren't reliving that occurrence frequently or on a daily basis, and then that invites even more anxiety.
Deborah. Well, this particular study compared levels of bullying. Those who watched a physical fight or maybe saw weapons used tended to fall into a pattern of potential drug use and delinquency, whereas kids who witnessed verbal threats and insults, the researchers noticed an increase in depression and a drop in participation at school. Here's a number your kids should have in their phones. It's for Safe Oregon, a confidential tip line where they can report bullying, fights, threats, or any kind of concerning behavior. They can call 844-472-3367 or email tips@safeoregon.com.